A couple of new studies have come out about Obamacare that have conservative heads exploding. Something I always tend to find amusing. Now, one of these new studies is actually a survey from the Commonwealth Fund. Now, they found some pretty good news when it comes to the nation's uninsured rate. Since the implementation of the Affordable Care Act, the national uninsured rate has dropped. How much? By about 25%. That's pretty good. Now, the largest chunk of the people who make up this drop are young people, 18 to 29, millennials. Now, they make up a total of 9.5 million people. Among the newly insured, about 58% of them reported that they were better off than they were before, and 75% of them were optimistic that having an insurance plan would actually help their health care. Well, gee, who would have guessed? You help people get affordable health care that didn't have it before, and they might actually like it. And they might actually do better. Wow. Now, the number was even higher when it came to those now eligible for Medicaid. Hey, it turns out poor people like health care too. Who would have guessed? Now, it's not just poor people. Want to know how many Republicans are satisfied with their health coverage now? 74%. 74% of Republicans, conservatives, get your hands off my health care. 74% of them are satisfied with their health coverage. Not bad. Now, it's not all great news, at least for the law in general. Now, 60% of people who obtained health insurance plans through Obamacare used it for a doctor's visit or prescription. Now, over 60% of those people reported that they wouldn't have been able to afford it otherwise. So understand that. This is a good thing because you're covering people that need it, that need these services. But there's a downside to that. If there aren't enough healthy people that are signed up, that are not using their services, that are paying their premiums, but not using the services, well, let's just say that if there's more sick people than there are healthy people in the pool, then you're going to have rising premiums. Now, that's the danger, and always has been the danger, of having a private market-run healthcare system. Because insurance companies are going to try to balance income from premiums versus care. If they don't have enough healthy people enrolling, they're going to have to raise their prices. That's capitalism. That's why I advocate personally for a single-payer healthcare system. I always have. And why I want to reduce the role of insurance companies, so that we cannot have people's health and well-being basically being commoditized by a corporation for profit. I think that insurance companies should exist, but their plans should be optional instead of only relying on private corporations for health insurance. But I'm a lib, so, that's obvious. Now, I mentioned that there are two different studies, right? The other one comes from the Brookings Institute. Now, this study is pretty amazing because it looked at the efficacy of the Anti-Obamacare ads. You remember that creepy Uncle Sam? Apparently, those creepy Uncle Sam ads and others might have actually helped Obamacare. What? What the hell? Now, how could that be? How could these anti-Obamacare ads actually help get people insurance? The main problem that the Democrats had with the Affordable Care Act was getting the word out. Now, these ads might have actually helped the Democrats in that regard. Let me explain. The anti-ACA ads may unintentionally increase the public awareness about the existence of a governmentally subsidized service and its benefits for the uninsured. On the other hand, an individual's prediction about the chances of repealing the ACA may be associated with the volume of advertisements against it. And this is from the Brookings Institute study. In the states where more anti-ACA ads are aired, residents were on average more likely to believe that Congress will repeal the ACA in the near future. People who believe that subsidized health insurance may soon disappear could have a greater willingness to take advantage of this one-time opportunity. Take it while you can, because you never know, Congress might take it away. The irony. Oh, the irony. Millions of dollars were spent to defeat of law, and this money spent on ads might have actually helped it. The Koch brothers alone spent an estimated $30 million on anti-Obamacare ads. And if this study's right, that pretty much blew up in their face. I don't really know what else to say about it. That's amazing. Turns out, if there's something that people desperately want and need, like healthcare, hearing about it, and especially hearing about how they might get rid of it, that's going to make people want to sign up for it even more. Because it turns out people really like healthcare. All I got to say is, thanks, Charles and David Koch. You might have actually helped people get healthcare. Something tells me, though, I don't think they'll be really happy about it.